Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
If they Muslim, if they Christian, if they atheist, if they Buddhist, if they shooting black men, guess what? I'm gonna say something about it. Because you know why? Just like you ain't gonna, like your boy said, it ain't gonna happen. Guess what? I'm not letting nobody sell you drugs without me saying that. I'm not gonna do it. You know what? Because even though I don't know you, guess what? Just like that's your boy, guess what? I'm your boy. Even though I don't know you, I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you are a black man like me. And it's worth something.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to Rhythm Man Blues, call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Feel like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good break. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how did you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain. Something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword, with a style that they might just record. The only thing equal is the curse for the wicked and the righteous reward. Have mercy on the men that don't see it, separated from the tares. Now, on the prayers, and it's so be it. A rebel, take the world by word of mouth. UPK, we the rebels that you heard about. Yeah. And it ain't gonna stop till 100 virgins in the house and I'm handing verdicts out. Get rank, you ain't heard a clout without a shadow of a doubt. These devils hitting licks off us. Fuck the bank, I'm about to stone the pocket ticket office. Can't sweet talk us, cannot stop us. And plus I know the feds watching us. Telling people that they church full of witch doctors. Put us in prison, they stockpile us. Meanwhile, UPK turning rebels into Rockwallers. In league with mighty men, and now I understand things that never truly made sense. Like why I'm crying at this funeral for a criminal, knowing he ain't innocent. It's fucked up, but my boot shine. Standing between two priests, about to blaze on their ass. Call it tough love. Look out for niggas just club and wouldn't touch a white bitch with OJ's black gloves. Father, forgive me for my error. I'm forever by your side. Clean and purge me of all my flaws. This the reason I'm alive. Thank God for this truth. Cause for a long time was a rebel without a cause. Look, man. First time I met Commander General Yahana, man, here 3807. Rebel without a cause. My little daughter with me. Opened the door. He was dropping the truth for me and all that. Rebel without a cause. Man, you know. You do your time, we taking them out and training in hand-to-hand combat. Rebel without a cause, it's the reason I'm alive. Up, thank God for this truth, cause for a long time was a rebel without a cause.
You cannot whoop us. We're already dead. We're already beaten down. We've been beaten down for 400 years. We already got the wounds inside and outside our bodies. How you gonna hurt us? You cannot threaten us. You cannot frighten us. We live in the most frightening places, under the most frightening conditions. We are immune to fear. We are immune to harm. You see what I'm saying? You have stepped into a cesspool. You're the only one gonna get infected.
All right. Shalom, Israel. It's the ISUPK, still out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. This is Thursday night scripture breakdown class, right? And the title of tonight's class is Remember the Oath That You Took. When you told the Most High that you was going to stop all your wicked ways, stop all your sin, and follow him, he going to hold you to that because you told him you was going to do that. You owe that responsibility to him. When you told him that you was going to stop making excuses not to serve him, he going to hold you to that because you owe that responsibility to him. The scripture said, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. Matter of fact, let me pull that real quick. Sock it. If anybody online got a question, post them in the chat and I'll answer all questions. Salakia. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 37. Salakia. It's a little bitty Bible. It's tiny. So it's Matthew chapter 5. In verse 37. We're going to start at verse 36. Let me see, Salakia. We're going to start at verse 33. It says, again, ye have heard that it hath been told, no, Salakia. Yeah, Salakia, that's it. This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 33. Again, ye have heard that it hath been said by them of old time, thou shalt not forswear thyself, but shalt thou perform, Salakia, but shalt perform unto the Lord thine oaths. So you're not supposed to make a promise to nobody that you're going to do something. If you say you're going to do something, then just do it. That's what it is, right? Verse 34, but I say unto you, swear not at all, neither by heaven, for it is God's throne. So don't ever say, I swear to God. You know what I'm saying? Brothers in the world, sisters in the world, they like to put things on dead homies, on their mama, on their unalive babies, because people crazy like that. You know what I'm saying? We'll make promises and oaths, knowing we be lying, but put it on all these things. If what you're saying is true, just let what you say, let what you say be what you say. And if what you're saying ain't true, or if you know something that's not true, you know what I'm saying? Then just let it be there. Don't put it on nothing though. Verse 36. It's like it. Verse 36. Verse 35. Nor by the earth, for it is his footstool, neither by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. Verse 36. Neither shalt thou swear by thy head, because thou canst make one hair white or black. Meaning, don't say on my soul, because you don't determine when the Lord might pluck you up out of here. Verse 37. But let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay. For whatever is more than these cometh of evil. So if you say anything other than I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, and you don't do it, that's evil. If you do anything other than say I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, and then you say I swear to God I'm gonna do it, that's evil, because evil is gonna come behind that. What's that evil? That evil is something might happen where you ain't able to do it, but brothers are expecting you to do it. And instead of you opening your mouth and saying that you can't do it, you'll just not do it, and then have brothers sitting and waiting. That's what it leads to. Salakia. But remember the oath that you take. You know what I'm saying? When you make a decision that you're gonna serve the Most High, let that be the thing that you do, right? And it's also how you stay strong in the truth. It keeps you here. Without that oath and your obligation to that oath, the thing in you that says that I told the Lord I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make sure I do it. Without that, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fall short. You're gonna go back into sin, go back into backslide. You need to hold yourself accountable, and you need men above you to hold you accountable. Somebody in your ear saying, you know that you said you was gonna do X, Y, and Z, brother. Why didn't you do this? You know you said you was gonna be available on this time and this date. Why weren't you available? You need somebody in your ear to hold you to that, because there's gonna come a time when Christ come back and he's king, and all them excuses gonna go out the window. There don't be no time for excuses. Why? Because we got rulership on the line. But Christ being here shouldn't be the thing that determines whether or not that you gonna follow these laws, statutes, commandments, that keep your word, that you're gonna keep your oath and remember your oath. Christ doesn't have to stand here for that to be the case. You should be able to remember that off rip, because it's important to you. You're doing this for a reason. You in the truth for a purpose. You want to see greatness. You want to see what the kingdom of heaven gonna be. You want to experience walking into it. You don't want to have to be born into it. That's what we all working for. That's what we all praying for. But it ain't gonna happen if we make excuses to not do the work that's required of us to be able to get there, right? So let's start off with John. We'll go to chapter 15 and verse 20. It's the book of John, chapter 15 and verse 20. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If ye have kept my saying, they will keep yours. It's like if they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. Meaning, this is Christ talking, and he's saying that you're not no better than the servant ain't no better than the master, right? They persecuted Christ for the truth. They're gonna persecute you for the truth. Being in the truth don't mean that life's gonna get easier. Being in the truth, especially once you get rank, don't mean that, well, now you can just take it easy. No, that means now you got way more work to do, way more responsibility on your hands. But that's what comes with the oath. That's what comes with deciding that you're gonna serve the Most High. Serving Him means foregoing all of your own wants, your own desires, the plans that you might have had for your life. All that get put on the back burner so that this truth can grow. Now, if what you want to do for your personal life, it can also help grow the truth, then all into it, go. But otherwise, if it's not number one, the truth, and then what I want to do, if it's the other way around, it need to go on the back burner. Because Christ said that no man is, Salaki, he said no servant is greater than the master. Right? Salaki. Verse 21. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him who sent me. The people who persecute you and your slavery and your everyday life, the brothers that you deal with on the streets, the people that you know off the corner in your family that persecute you for being in this truth, for following these laws, statutes, and commandments, for loving your brother and your sister the way the Lord told us to do it, serving him the way he told us to do it, they don't know the Most High. They don't know the power of him that sent him. And they don't know the power of the king that you serving. They don't know what that oath really means. But they won't ever know if you don't show them. Your responsibility don't change, no matter how much rank you get, no matter how much fun we have in the truth. This is work. The bottom line, this is our job. That other thing that you do, 9 to 5, 8 to 4, 11 to 3, that's a slavery. That's not your job. This is our job. And yeah, we may get tired. We may want to take a break, take some rest. There's a such thing as overload? Burnout. It's a such thing as called burnout. And you're going to experience burnout being in the truth. It can happen. And that's why it's important to take those breaks. But those breaks are supposed to be, all right, Salakia, I'm not going to be available on this day because I got X, Y, and Z going on. I was ordered to stand down, you know what I'm saying? Take this time off, whatever. That's supposed to be after you done been putting in work. We don't get breaks. Commanding General Yohana and the generals that was with him kept going. They could have sat down and like, you know what, man, it ain't working right now. We're just going to try again in a couple of days. Let's just take a break. No, they kept going. I remember hearing the general tell stories about how he didn't let the men under him sleep. They just had to keep going. We had work to do. We got to push this truth. We got to build this thing up. That same duty that was on him is the exact same duty that was on Paul and Titus, or Timothy, and then Titus. That same duty that was on them is the same duty that was on the disciples after Christ passed. And that same duty that was on the disciples is the exact same duty that Christ had. We don't get to rest. We don't get to sleep. We got work to do, right? Verse 22, if I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin. Salakia. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not sinned. But now, Salakia. Where'd it go?
Keep talking later than the response. The report right there says on control right there. So, this is
We in John chapter 15 and verse 20. I'm in 22 now, or no. Yeah, 22 now. So the title of the class is to remember the oath that you took, right? I'll start over pretty much, but when you came into the truth, you promised the Most High that you was gonna make a difference in your life, make a difference in your life, your actions, how you carry yourself, and everything that you do, right? And the pressures of life, sometimes with all the stress and all the stuff that we go through, it's hard to remember that oath, to stay true to that oath. So we'll start to make excuses. Now, there's nothing wrong with taking a break because there is a such thing called burnout. But that break is supposed to be like 1 in 1,000,000. You know what I'm saying? There's a scripture where Christ was talking to the disciples right before he was supposed to go get crucified. And he was like trying to stay awake. He couldn't sleep because he was stressed out, right? Obviously, if you're about to die, you got to die. You know you're about to die. You're going to stress a little bit. And so the disciples, they kept falling asleep. And he asked me, he was like, is it too much for me to ask you to stay awake with me for 1 hour? Is it a literal hour? Probably not. It's probably a little bit longer. But what he's saying is that that hour is for an amount of time. But that's the responsibility that came with being a follower of Christ. To being a brother to your brother and a sister to your sisters, brother to your sisters and vice versa. You know, that oath that they took, you know, they was tired. They didn't want to have to sit up and wait. They was really like literally trying to sleep because they had been teaching the truth and carrying on for a long time. They was exhausted. But now it's time for stuff to get real for Christ. And that meant that the brothers around him needed to be strong. And even though they was tired, even though they didn't want to have to do it, they still needed to be there for their brother. That same thing is true about us today in the truth. We got to still be here for our brothers and sisters. There's brothers and sisters out there that want to do drugs, they want to get high, they want to have sex with whores, they want to be whores, whatever. And they don't want to know the truth. They don't want to hear it. Do that mean we don't teach them? Lie. We still got a job to do. We still owe responsibility to those brothers and sisters because they need to know. So that way when Christ come back, they can't nobody ever say that they was never told this truth. They never heard about this truth. Right? So when they held accountable, it's justified. Our job is to be a light to them, to let them know what it is. But we can't get tired in that job. That job ain't gonna get easier. It's gonna carry on. You gotta keep it ain't gonna get easier, it's gonna keep carrying on, and we still gotta keep on going, keep on doing the job, right? So let's keep going. This is John chapter 15 and verse 23. He that hateth me hateth my Father also. Meaning the people that hate Christ, the people that hate you for teaching what Christ taught, for doing what Christ told you to do, they hate God, they hate the Most High God too. They don't just hate you, they don't just hate Christ, they hate the Most High God too. Verse 24, if I had not done among them the works which none other man did, they had not had sin. But now have they both seen and hated both me and my Father. So because Christ was able to do the works around them brothers and sisters that he did, that still hated him, the same way that they do that around, they hate us. They've seen and hated Christ. When they see and hate you, they've seen and they've hated the Most High. When they've seen and they hated you. Shalom, Lord Christ.
right.
How many did you reading for me today? But yeah, if they seen you teach the truth and they hated you, they hated the Most High. That's what comes with the oath, though. You can't get discouraged. And just because you got a little friction or a little pushback from your family, a little pushback from your friends, your job, just because you got a little pushback on your everyday life, don't mean that you get to get tired and make excuses not to keep the truth, keep the law, statutes, commandments no more, not to keep your oath, right? We in John chapter 15. Well, I'm gonna finish out. You pull up Mark chapter 4 and verse 10. I'm gonna finish it out. John. It's John chapter 15 and verse 25. But this cometh to pass, Salakia. But this cometh to pass, that the word might be fulfilled that is written in their law. They hated me without a cause. The people that hate you in the truth, that give you a hard time, give you flack, being in the truth, don't understand the truth. They make your life unnecessarily hard and frustrating and difficult, not even understanding what it is that you do. They hate you for no reason. In their mind, they got a reason is because you're different than what you used to be. In their mind, their reason is you're not having fun with them the way you used to have fun with them. You making fun of them for the evil, wicked things that they doing instead of joining along with them. You condemning them for that thing. But in the reality, that's not a reason to hate nobody. You correcting them. You giving them the just punishment they need. If I got a bad kid and they get to stealing, am I not supposed to whoop they behind? So if my family is doing wrong, my friends doing wrong, my brothers, my sisters, the people I know outside, they're doing wrong, my job is to tell them that they're doing wrong. And they're going to hate me for it. But I'm doing them a service. I'm giving them something that they need to have. Let me know when you get there. It's about Mark chapter 4 and verse 10.
Come on.
Go ahead.
Come. This is Mark chapter 4 and verse 10. And when he was alone, they that were about him with the 12 asked of him the parable.
Salaki. Let's go to verse 3. Start at verse 3. We got to read the parable. Salaki.
Come. Mark chapter 4 and verse 3. Hearken. Behold, there went out a sower to sow.
So this is the parable of the sower. Keep going.
Come. Verse 4. And it came to pass, as he sowed, some fell by the wayside.
Now, the parable of the sower is talking about people receiving the truth. Sometimes the truth might fall on you, and depending on what type of ground you are, will determine whether that seed is going to grow into something beautiful, or if it's going to get choked out, get scorched by the sun, or if nothing's going to come from it. Keep reading.
Come. Verse 5. And some fell on stony ground, where it had not much fruit. And immediately it sprang up, because it had no depth of fruit.
Now, this is brothers that take the oath. They hear matter of fact, they don't even take the oath. They just hear the truth. They come around, they start listening online, and then they just stop. They ain't got no foundation. They're not really here. They like what they heard that one time in passing, but then they was hot. Now they sober and they really ain't trying to hear that. So they keep on going. Keep reading.
Come. Verse 6. But when the sun was up, scope, because it had no root, it withered away.
You see? Keep going.
Come. Verse 7. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up, choked, and yielded fruit.
Now, this is the brothers that take the oath that are in here, and then they put everything before that oath. Everything else is more important than serving the Most High and doing the job that they signed up to do. They get the oil poured on their head. That's like putting the seed into the ground, good ground. But then thorns grow, and then it choked that plant out. It choked that seed out. All the stresses of life, those are the thorns. Those are the vines that's going to grow and choke out the future potential that you could have, the future greatness that you could have in the truth. And then you'll fall to the wayside. You'll give up on the truth. You'll give up on serving the Most High, and you'll make excuses as opposed to doing what you said you was gonna do because you fell on thorny ground. The thorny ground being, like I said, the things that you deal with in life. Life ain't easy. We all know it ain't easy. Being slaves in America, it's not easy. We know the stresses and we know how easy it is to say, well, I'm stressed out, I need to light a cigarette, I need to hit a blunt, do a line of blow, do a bump, and I'll be like, get my head back straight and I'll try again. It's easy to be that way, but you can't be that way. You can't let nothing ever bring you back down to that place. Those are the thorns. Keep going.
Verse 8. And fill on good ground. A fruit that sprang up and increased.
So now you got the seed that fell on good ground that did yield fruit. It sprang up and it had increase. That's the brother and the sister that come in here. They get that oil poured on their head. They get their name, and then they learn, and then they keep coming back. And they don't just come back. They start asking, what more can I do to help? How can I be better than what I'm already at? That's the good ground. That's the good seed, the plant that's going to produce fruit. The fruit is them seeking to grow by themselves without you having to do it for them, without you having to say, well, why you ain't come to class? Now the fruit is that now the proof of the fruit is that they're in class. They're here learning so that they can go and teach that to the rest of their household, the people that they know. They don't even got to teach nothing. Just the way you carry yourself and how you live your life is going to impact, it's going to reflect what you're learning in here. Though you're being better, how you treat your brothers and your sisters, especially when they make you mad, that's gonna show it from you being in here. When you in the world, they're gonna see that, man, dang, sis really used to have an anger problem. Now she calm, now I can talk to her. I can tell her about that thing that I did that I thought she might be extra angry about. And then the whole time it's something you don't even care about. Because you in the truth, we don't cry for spilled milk in here. It's something that happened, oh well, we over it, it's done and over with. Are we still brothers at the end of the day? Are we still sisters at the end of the day? That's all that we think about in here. But the people in the world don't know that. Because they don't know Christ. They don't know the Most High like you do. They didn't take the oath that you took. But part of you taking that oath means that you have to show them what that oath means. And that's an example of it. Keep going. Was that verse 12?
Go
ahead, keep going.
Verse 9. And he said unto them, he that hath ears to hear, let him hear.
Go on.
Verse 10. And when he was alone, they that were about him with the 12 of him the parable. Verse 11. And he said unto them, unto you it is given to know the mystery of the kingdom of God.
Unto you is given to know the mystery. How is it given unto you? By you coming in here and learning. Unto them it ain't given. They don't have ears to hear it. Their ears too busy listening to whatever music they're listening to. They're too busy listening to whatever woman they speaking game to. She too busy listening to whatever man speaking game to her. Kids too busy playing a video game, watching TV. They're too busy doing what they doing. They don't have ears to hear this truth. Because if they heard it, they would do better. But they don't have the ears to hear it. And they ain't never been taught to come and look for it. They're content with where they at. They're cool with what they doing. That means they most likely ain't never gonna take the oath, but you did. That's why it's given to you to understand the kingdom. That's why it makes more sense for you to be here. And you don't, it's easy to miss the world, but you don't want to go back to the world. Because you can easily just be like, I'm not going to class today. But you're still here. Because you have ears to hear. This is what's more important. This is what you're trying to hear. Whether you consciously making a decision to be here or not, there's a thing in your spirit telling you, I need to go to class today. I need to go and learn today. So I can figure out where I can be better, how I can be better, and what I've been doing wrong. So I can correct it. All of us are in the same boat in that regard. And that's why all of us have to make it a point to remember why it is that we even here. We're not doing this for nothing. We ain't just in this classroom. Y'all ain't just come up here just to listen to me talk. Right? Y'all come up here to learn so that when Christ come, Lord willing, it happen in our lifetime. Slakia, let me not say that. Lord willing, it happens when it's supposed to happen. Because it might not be time. It might be more brothers and sisters out there than the Lord wants. So we don't want it to happen until the Lord ready for it to happen. But when it happens, though, Lord willing, we'll be prepared for it. We'll be ready to know to do what the order is. This is just practice for when he comes. Right? Keep going.
Well, unto them that are done in parables.
Those people that's out there, they without. Y'all understand they're without, right? To be within means within in the truth.
Oh,
To be without means to be outside the truth, right? They're outside the truth. So to them, these parables, read it again.
Kind of from at the butt part or
John.
at the beginning. Kind of. But unto them that are with these things are done in parables.
All these things are done in parables. To you, these parables are plain. To you, these parables make sense. And if they don't, you know what you can do that they can't do? You can just come and go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
I was coming to ask
You
questions.
can come and ask questions. They can't do that. They can, but will they? No. Why? Go ahead.
Some of them don't know how or don't know where to go. But I'm not making excuses because, like you said, it's the internet and we all over social media and something like that. So
All that is true. Salaki. You done? Salaki. All that is true. But the answer is right there in the scripture. Read that verse again. The rest of that verse again is about.
Kind of. But unto them that are without.
That are what?
Without.
What are they, young man? Young man, what are they? Read again.
But unto them that are without.
What are they? What is without? What is within? I'll explain it again. To be within, it's like being in here, in the truth. But them out there, they are without. So if we're within being in the truth, what does it mean to be without? Exactly. They're out of the truth. They're not within the truth. Those people out there, the reason why they can't come up here and ask questions about things they don't understand, the parables, because they're without. They're not in the truth. They don't have the truth. Like you said, they don't know that they can come up here and do that. It's all outside. The whole top of the building is UPK'd up. They could never say they didn't know. It's right there. They know every Thursday night while they out there partying and kicking and carrying on. We up here teaching class, having class, and they could ask any questions. They've been seeing us come up here every Thursday, Slovakia, Monday through Friday, Saturday, for years, and never not one time came up here because they without. Keep going.
Kind of. Verse 12. That seeing they may see and not perceive.
They see us come up here. They don't perceive what it is that we're up here doing. They see us rocking our fringes, but they don't perceive what those fringes mean. They see us go out and do work, but they don't perceive what that work is. They don't understand that oath you took because they without. Keep going.
And hearing, they may hear and not understand.
They hear the things we say as they down there in the hallway. They might hear that door might be slightly cracked for whatever reason. Somebody might be walking in and the voice might get carried down the hallway to them walking to the bathroom down there while they drunk. They can hear it. They talking about something, but I can't understand what they talking about. Go ahead. Salakia, go ahead, sis.
It make me like it's kind of like the truth is the kill life, and y'all so close to it, but y'all don't even recognize like y'all so close to the kill life and to learning and understanding, but y'all not even there. It's like you outside. You can step out of a car, and inside the car you got $1 million you never know because you never stepped in the city.
That's exactly what it's like. It's like literally being right outside the kingdom of heaven. It's right there. It's all you gotta do is walk in the door. That's it. But they're so busy caught up in the world, the money, like I said, the money right there on the other side of that window. It's right there on the other side of that car door. And you can have it. It's all right there for you. It's yours. But you'd rather be broke out there and complain about how you broke rather than just turn around and look and see look where you're not looking. You know what I'm saying? The truth it's hidden in plain sight. It's right there. It's not even hidden, but it's right there. But people don't want to, they don't want to stop having their fun. They blinded by the fun. They deaf to the truth because all they hear is the music and the vibe and the partying and the kicking it and the drama, the arguing, the violence, the fighting, the stress. That's all they see and all they hear. But if they would just stop, slow down, They will see that the bag of cash that they need is right there,
Mhm.
but they won't turn around and grab it. And drop that. Let's go to Luke 11 and 33. Slaka, do anybody got any questions before we continue? Anybody too well? Yeah, let's go to Luke 11 and 33. Because your oath is supposed to matter. It's supposed to mean something. And when they see you, they're supposed to see what that oath represents. They don't see what it is, but they're supposed to see what it represents when they see the change in you. You have to always remember, though, that it's somebody watching you, not just the Most High, not just the angels, not nobody in here. Those people out there are always watching you, right? It could be somebody that just saw you in passing one day, and you could have been on some of the most gangster, thug ass shit in the world last time they saw you. But now you're in the truth. And now you ain't that person no more. So now seeing you in passing, they make you look a little bit more approachable. Like, dang, last time I saw you, you was stumping old girl out in the club. And now you out here with your head covered. Now you out here, you know what I'm saying, taking care of yourself. You got a man, you got a family, you doing your thing. What happened? Boom, now the door is open. Well, you know, you want to change your life. This is where you come. That's how people can teach that ain't supposed to teach. It sounds real Christian what I'm finna say, but it's your testimony. That's really what it is. Your life experience and everything that led to you being the person that you are in the truth. All that is important. The old person dies, but that old person's story is yours to tell. That reputation that you had versus the one that you have now are going to conflict. And the people that know that old reputation get to see the new reputation and question it. And that's when you get to use your new reputation to destroy the old reputation that's in their mind and make them want to change, make them wonder, make them ask questions. And Lord willing, bring them in here if the Lord wants. Go ahead, keep read that.
Come. It's Luke chapter 11 and verse 33.
Mm-hmm.
No man, when he have lighted a candle, put it in a secret place.
If you got a candle lit, you don't never put it in a secret place. What is the candle in this context? What's the candle, sis?
The candle is your knowledge of the Most High, and the Most High is the candle. It was supposed to be shedding our light to the others and brothers and sisters to lead them into the truth.
Exactly. That's what the candle is for. But what the candle is, you was almost there. It is your knowledge of the Most High, but it's also your action. It's supposed, because the candle is something you see. It ain't just something that you hear about. You know what I'm saying? It ain't something that you just know is there. It's something that you can see. And your candle, like you said, is your knowledge of the Most High, your knowledge of the truth, but it's also how you actually serve the Most High. So, for example, all of us in the world knew that Santa Claus, we all knew that Santa Claus wasn't real, right? We knew there ain't no way that God had anything to do with Santa Claus. We knew Jesus Christ ain't have nothing to do with Easter bunnies, Easter eggs, or rabbits, right? But seeing that made us fall in love with it. They romanticized it, and that made it something appealing to us. Now, you being in the truth, people see you out there, and they hear about you being in the truth, and that you don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, or lobster no more. But actually seeing you, well, I don't celebrate Christmas no more, sis. I don't celebrate Easter no more, brother. I'm going to the school for the High Holy Day. I'm going to the Lord's Passover. Now they seeing the change. Your light is shining versus it being hidden under a bed. If it's hidden under a bed, they just hear about you being the truth, but you're not really impacting nobody's life. They don't really see the difference in you, right? When they see you, they're supposed to see the new person that you are. Keep reading.
Come.
Slakia. It's about grab the door. Go ahead, sis.
It's crazy, like you were saying, like once you get in the truth and you start to see stuff different, like, and you start to see stuff that like you would never think to see at first. Like today, I had it somewhere and I was like, I'm just gonna grab something to eat. And then like I looked in the little window, they had like different like chicken and stuff like that. And then I seen like some shrimp. And then I was like, this shrimp is breaded. And they had to fry the shrimp in the same oil as the chicken. And I just left out. I was like,
Shalom, Lord Christ.
they try to scratch the same thing and teach, but it's something like I would have never noticed it first.
No, that's excellent. That's a damn good point. But so there's a scripture that say don't be righteous over much, right? Now, when it says don't be righteous over much, what do you think that means? Well, it says don't be not overly righteous. Hold on, let me get it for you. Let me get it for you. So like it. It's in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 16. If one of y'all could pull it for me. Knock it off. Go ahead. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 16. Because what you're talking about is a good thing. It's good to be like aware because we are held to a higher standard. We can't just put whatever in our mouths. We got to make sure that what we eating is clean. But you got that verse?
Come on.
Go ahead, read it.
All right. Ecclesiastes 7 and 16. Be not righteous over much,
Right.
neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself?
Don't seek to destroy yourself. So it's a good thing to be vigilant, you know what I'm saying? If you see the shrimp like you did, that's one thing. But don't go to every restaurant being like, hey, did y'all cook that in the same grease?
Right.
I can't eat that thing. Y'all mix some new grease. Don't seek to destroy yourself because now you're gonna have an issue with the management. They're gonna spit in your food because you done made them people that makes $15 an hour work harder than what they wanted to work. Now they got an attitude. Now you mad, they mad, and don't do this to yourself, right? But you did right by saying, you know what I'm saying, I see the grease, see the you put two and two together. They got fried shrimp in that grease, then they got one bat of grease, and they use that to cook the chicken. I mean, I can't eat that. So you did the right thing, right? But you always want to be careful though, because you don't want to seek to destroy yourself either though.
Right.
So like before I continue, do anybody got any questions? Everybody chill out. Y'all good? All right. Let's go back. Zabak, what was we at?
Luke chapter 11 to verse
33?
33.
Okay. Knock the shot, you're gonna take over reading.
Come on.
I mean Luke 11 and 33. Good.
This is Luke 11 and 33. No man, when he hath lighted a candle, put it in a secret place, neither under a brush, but on a candlestick, that they which come in may see the light.
Salakia, real quick. The brother asked a question. Shalom Christ. The brother asked a question in the chat. He said, what do you do when people want to see you fail because you're in the truth and do anything to ruin your name? I answered this question earlier. Zabak, pull John 15 and 20. We're just gonna go there real quick. I pulled it earlier, but you want to take over this?
Yeah.
I pulled it earlier, but the brother wasn't in the class, I guess. So no sweat. We'll go back over it. John 15 and 20. Go ahead, read it when you got it.
Okay. John chapter 15 and verse 20. It said, remember the word that I said unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord.
The servant is not greater than his Lord. Keep going.
Okay. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you.
If you were in the truth, they persecuted Christ, they're gonna persecute you as well. You're not exempt from it. You are no better. You ain't no better than Christ. Christ had it hard. He had to die for Israel, for people that don't care about him, don't love him. And he had to still take that judgment, take the punishment that we all deserve. If he can do that, you can endure being talked bad about and being shunned by your people and your peers and your loved ones, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? You can handle that. That's what comes with it. But part of that, though, can be judgment from the Lord. Part of that ain't just a test. Some of that is judgment. For example, you got them people, the purple people, IUIC, for example, right? Every time they go to camp anywhere, they do anything, it's always some crazy violence that happened to them. Be it the pastor up the strap on them, the lady with the shoe, they having camp down the street and somebody ride by and shoot up at the camp spot. All these things have happened to them. Why? Because they saying the truth, they're in the truth, but the Lord ain't with them. They didn't take no oath. And whatever oath they did take, it was an oath to commit sin, to mistreat our people. That ain't the oath that we're talking about today. We're talking about the oath to be in the truth, the oath that you made with the Most High. When you said that you're going to be here and doing that, being here, not making no excuse not to be here, not letting nothing drag you up out of here. That's the oath you took when you said that you was going, when you said you was going to do this. You didn't have to say, I swear by the right hand on the Bible, on mama, on my soul, boy, dead homies. You have to say none of that. Swear to God. When you said I'm gonna be here, the Lord expected you to do that. That was the oath. That was the beginning of the oath. When you got that oil poured on your head, that was it. Now you're expected. Now you held to a standard. Now you held accountable. And so sometimes the Lord gonna try you. He gonna send demons your way, spirits your way, to see what's really in you. And if it's really in you to fail, it was already in you from the jump. If you fail, it's because it was already in you. Let's go back to Luke.
Okay. Luke 11 and 34.
33.
Want to read it again?
Go.
Okay. Luke 11 and 33.
Mhm.
No man, when he have lighted a candle, put it in a secret place.
You don't put your candle in a secret place. Your candle being your light, being you in the truth. How you serve the Most High. The thing that people see when they look at you is a reflection of you being in the truth and how you serve the Lord. You're not supposed to hide that away. Don't put that in a secret place. Don't let when you get around your friends, well, I gotta be cool, so I gotta like turn that Bible stuff down. No. Who you are in here is the real you, who you supposed to be. Who they see out there is supposed to be the person they see in here. You just live like you live your life. If you play ball, you into sports, you do whatever it is that you do, you play video games, whatever. That don't change. But how you carry yourself in the locker room, how you carry yourself dealing with the brothers on the team, or if you're on a video game and you in the voice chat, how you deal with each other, how you deal with your people, that don't change. That's reflection. That's your light. That's people seeing the change in you that's different than what you were before. Because before you were just loud, you was overly aggressive, you played games, you joked with people on some real negative, evil stuff. Now you in the truth, you still crack jokes and laughing with whatever with your friends, but it's brotherhood. It's not just to be down in the brother because he only scored 2 points that game, or he didn't get no play time. He was on the bench the whole game, right? It ain't to down the brother, but you joking with the brother still. You still having fun. You still laughing. You still you, but you the better version of yourself, right? So you don't never let nobody convince you to hide your light. Keep going.
Neither under a bushel, but on a candlestick,
Mm-hmm.
that they which come in may see the light.
If the light is on the candlestick, everybody can see it. It's meant to be looked at, so they know which way to go, where to follow, how to follow. You're supposed to be the example. You being in here is an example to everybody else that's out there that you know. You're not around on from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Thursday night. What are you doing? Shoot, Monday through Friday, if you come to class every day, even if you at home online watching class, you ain't available no more Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. What are you doing? Well, now your light is showing. Why is he not here? Why is she not here? What are they doing? So they're gonna start calling you. Well, we was out the club, we was going to go get something to eat, going to go kick it, shoot some golf, shoot some pool, whatever, and you weren't available. Where was you at? Now you got the chance to tell them, well, I was in school. I was learning how to be a better brother. I was learning how to be a better man, how to be a better sister, how to be a better wife. I was learning how to be better, how to serve the Most High. And that's going to spark up questions. And now that's your chance to teach them. Obviously, you don't legitimately teach them, but you show them, I changed in this way because I learned this about the Bible, from the Bible. And one thing leads to another. Next thing you know, either they're going to come to class or they're going to blow it off. And now they're going to quit dealing with you as tough because now you're not fun like you used to be. Now you somebody with dignity, somebody with integrity, because you took an oath to do something and you never going to hide your light. And you meant it, right? Just drop that. Go to Isaiah 29 and 15. Slack, you got any questions? Go ahead.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 7 and 8.
Let me get there. It said Lamentations. 4. Go ahead.
The book of Lamentations chapter 4, verse 7. Her Nazarites were purer than snow.
Mm-hmm.
They were whiter than milk. They were more ruddy in the body than rubies. Their polishing was of sapphire.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 8. Their visage is blacker than a coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered. It is become like a stick.
God, so what you want to know about this?
What is the ruddy in the body?
The ruddy in the body?
Yeah, come on.
Read it again.
Nazarites were purer than snow. They were whiter than milk.
What is the Nazarite? What is the Nazarite?
Person who made an extreme vow or promise to the Most High to commit, not commit, but to keep certain laws.
There's a whole lot to go with it, but it's the Nazarite vow, right? So the people that follow that keep the Nazarite vow. If you want to read about the Nazarite vow, it's in Numbers chapter 6. The whole chapter is about the Nazarite vow, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a vow that certain Israelites made, some parents made for their babies before their baby was even born, for them to live a certain way, even amongst Israel, a certain special type of way. You got a bunch of different rules that you can't break, and if you do break them, eventually you got to cut your hair off and start over, right? So we know what a Nazarite is now, right? Keep going.
They were more ruddy in the body than rubies.
Go back. Right after Nazarite. After Nazarites.
Were pure than snow.
What does that mean right there? Pure than snow. Were they white? What's the purer than snow? Good.
Just mean they're righteous, holy.
Exactly. Keep going.
Okay. They were whiter than milk.
Mm-hmm.
They were more ruddy in the body than rubies.
More ruddy in the body than rubies. Now, we know rubies are red, right?
Okay.
So is it saying that they're red?
Wow.
What is it saying?
I don't know what it's saying, but
Are rubies, what's the defining trait of rubies? Other than the fact that they're red.
they work how they look.
They're valuable. They're beautiful.
Okay.
What he's saying is in their body, read it again.
Okay. They were more ruddy in the body than rubies.
Meaning that they were more valuable, their body, themselves were more valuable and more beautiful than rubies. Meaning, it's kind of like, so if you got a certain amount of greatness to you, if you do great things, whatever, you're a little bit more valuable than anybody that ain't doing them great things, right? It's the same basic understanding. They got more worth. Their body is worth more than rubies. Meaning this brother is full of righteousness. He's full of gloriousness. He's willing to do the thing that he said he was going to do. He's willing to put in the work, put the bricks in without making no excuses. That makes his body more beautiful, more righteous than rubies. Just like in Proverbs 31, the scripture said a righteous woman is more valuable than rubies. Meaning that she's more precious, more great, more beautiful, more outstanding than rubies, right? It's the exact same concept. Was that it?
I want to know that in verse 8, their visage is blacker than a coal.
Are you asking if this is a color scripture?
No, I just want to know what it means.
Read it.
It's like their visage is blacker than a coal.
Mm-hmm.
They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered. It has become like a stick.
Okay, hold on. Read verse 6.
Okay, verse 6. For the punishment of the iniquity of the daughter of my people is greater than the punishment of the sin of Sodom.
So now we know what the context is. The context is we're talking about the punishment of the children of Israel, right? The book of Lamentations is about Jeremiah lamenting the suffering of the children of Israel in Babylon, how they were suffering. And then you read verse 7, they were still Nazarites. That means not all of Israel was wicked, not all of Israel was evil and deserved to go into captivity, but because the Lord judges us as a nation, all of us went into captivity to the Babylonians. And because of that, you got righteous men and women that's keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. You got some of them that are Nazarites, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments perfectly. Don't need no sin offering, nothing. But they suffering. Read verse 8 again.
Okay, verse 8. Their visage is blacker than a coal.
Meaning black people, we got a natural glow to us. But when we get down and sick, we get a little pale, we get a little less shiny. That's what that's talking about. It's a state of oppression. Keep going.
They are not known in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered. It has become like a stick.
They're like legitimately skinny, losing weight, sickly. This is talking about the suffering of the people that's the righteous of Israel in captivity. You know what I'm saying? That's the exact same way that we in the truth. It's gonna come a time where things might get real, real rough. But we in the truth, we're gonna have a contingency plan to deal with everything. It's already set up. We good. But we gotta get to that spot. We gotta get to that place, that location where all the resources and everything are. It might take a day or two. You might be a little hungry. You're gonna have to suffer being hungry, but sit in the truth. We're gonna get you to where you're safe. We're gonna get to eat and drink some water. You're gonna make it. But on the way, your skin you're gonna probably lose some weight. You're gonna be hungry. You're gonna be thirsty. The lips gonna be cracking. Everything. That's what that verse is talking about. Again, it's talking about how the Nazarites, the children of Israel, the ones that serve the Most High fully, also have to go through oppression. For us to be out of oppression, we got to suffer too, even with the wicked.
Yeah, something like that. I was just saying, like, Christians don't use it literally.
Mm.
But even though I know it wasn't literal, I want to know what the blacker than cold part was.
Yeah, so whenever you ever got a question about something like that, they say just read up. Finish reading verse 6. Read all of verse 6 again.
Okay. Verse 6. For the punishment of...
Matter of fact, start verse 1.
Okay. Verse 1. How is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed?
Mm-hmm.
The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street.
Read verse 2.
The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold.
So now we see that we're talking about the sons of Israel. Zion, the Mount of you go. Here, take this heater, Salaki. I'll just don't look over and see you sitting over there. My bad, sis.
Yeah.
All right, Salaki. Read that again.
The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold. How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers?
Mm-hmm.
The work of the hands of the potter.
So it said that the sons of Zion, right, the children of Israel, are supposed to be comparable to fine gold. But in Babylon, no matter how glorious that we could be, how we supposed to be, we looked at nothing but earthen pots. You know what earthen pots are? Imagine like a clay pot. Instead of being a gold pot, a container made of gold, you're a container made of dirt, a container made of clay. That's what your value is in Babylon. That's what your value is here in America. Right? This is a good precept, brother. This is why I'm gonna add to my precept, to my breakdown on this topic specifically. Because it's talking about brothers who took the oath, but they still gotta suffer oppression, but they can't let go of the oath. You still obligated to keep your oath. All right. Let's go back. Was that your question? Or your question?
Yeah, come.
Handlebar. Let's go back. We get online.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back. Let's go to Isaiah 29 and 15.
Come on.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 29 and 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord.
It said, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord. Meaning, what do y'all think that means?
Like hide their sins.
They want to hide their sins, but in hiding their sins, if you commit sin, what's supposed to happen?
Being unrighteous.
You are being unrighteous, which means that somebody is supposed to come and correct you for that, right? Somebody supposed to come and let you know. Somebody's supposed to tell you where you're messing up and then teach you how not to make that same mistake no more, right? But read that verse again.
Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord.
They seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord. They don't want to hear the men of the Lord come and tell them they don't want to get checked. Woe unto them that don't want to get checked is what they're saying. They're trying to hide from getting checked. They hide and they seeking deep, meaning that they looking for every which way to get out of taking this checking. Somehow, some way, I got something to do, and I just ain't got time to come meet you. So you have to check me next time I see you, Sir Salakia. It's what that's saying. Keep going.
And their works are in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, who seeth us?
They said, who seeth us? Don't nobody see what I'm doing. I'm watching flicks on my phone. I'm eating pork on the side. I got this bacon on my burger, and instead of telling them just take the burger, I tell them just take the bacon off, or I take the bacon off myself and still eat the burger. You can't do that because you think nobody see you, but the Lord still see you. The Lord still know that you went in there, you ate that shrimp, ate that chicken that was fried in that shrimp grease after seeing the shrimp was hanging up on the wall. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
And who knoweth us?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
Keep going.
For shall the works say of him that made it?
Mm-hmm.
He made me not.
So are you gonna say that the Lord, that when the bad thing that happened in your life, are you gonna say that the Lord didn't make this happen to me? Or are you gonna accept that it happened to you? Why? Because you messed up. Keep going.
Or shall the thing frame?
Okay, go ahead, keep going.
Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it? He had no understanding.
Are you gonna question the Most High for sending the demon? It's like sending a demon to come and try you, to show you that you got that thing in you that this demon was able to exploit. Can't no angel or no demon, no spirit can lead you to commit sin. There's a voice in your head that said, I'm gonna do this. Somewhere at one point in your mind, a sliver of you said, I'm gonna do this. And then the demon just came and played with it and made it louder. Next thing you know, you went and actually did the things you weren't supposed to do. Now what happened? You stuck with the sin. You done committed sin. You know what the demon did? He done moved on. He done went and tried to find somebody else. He done hopped off you, not he on your brother. And you just sitting there mad because you felt weak. You supposed to beat yourself up about it, or you supposed to keep pushing forward? Pick yourself back up and try again not to commit that sin no more. What are you supposed to do? Any one of y'all can answer.
I'm trying to commit the sin again.
Exactly. You pick yourself back up and you keep trying to be perfect. You fail, so what? You might fail again. You might fail again, but you don't never stop trying not to. And that trying not to ain't, I'm gonna say I'm gonna quit trying, I'm gonna quit doing X, Y, and Z. It's you actually putting forth the effort to stop. For example, let's say I started drinking when I was like 9, and I never see myself becoming an alcoholic, but I definitely didn't see myself not drinking no more. Right? In order for me to stop drinking, I had to say I'm not going to drink no more, and then actually do it. And there were some times where I still drank, still got super, super drunk, went to school, freaking early high school, drunk as hell. And I ain't supposed to be. I definitely don't need to be there. I can get my mama in trouble, my little sister taken from us, my little brother taken from us, everything, all kind of mayhem could have happened in my life. But even if that would have happened, I still have to try not to still be that same alcohol addicted person. I have to put it in my mind that I'm not gonna do this no more. And even if I fail, every day I still got to work towards not being an alcohol addicted person. Keep going.
Okay. It is not yet a very little while.
No, Flock, you dropped it. That was it. That was it on there. Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 4. You got to hold yourself accountable because the Lord definitely going to do it, man.
So,
matter of fact, start at verse 3. Ecclesiastes.
Ecclesiastes 9 and verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
This is an evil among all things that are done under the sun, that there is one event unto all. Yeah, also the heart of the sons of men is full of evil.
The hearts of who?
The sons of men is full of evil.
Who are the sons of men? Read again.
This is an evil among all things that are done under the sun, that there is one event unto all. Yeah, also the heart of the sons of men is full of evil.
Who are the sons of men?
People of the world.
Exactly. That's exactly what they are. They could be the brothers in the world. They could be some of us that claim to be in the truth, was really in the world. And then it could be us that's in the truth that somehow, some way, just continuously follow the ways of the world. Right? We're the sons of men in that case. The scripture said, the year of your father, the devil. Christ was talking to Israelites. He wasn't talking to heathens. He was talking to Israelites, saying that they were of white people because they would do the will of white people. They would do what white people would have them do, think how white people would have them think. That applies to us in this same context as well. Keep going.
Okay. And that is in their heart
Mm-hmm.
while they live and after they go to the dead.
Keep going.
For to him that is joined to all the living things, there is hope.
Let's read that one more time.
For to him that is joined to all the living, there is hope.
So to him that is joined to all the living, there is hope, right? Keep going.
For a living dog is better than a dead lion.
A living dog is better than a dead lion. Meaning, if you a brother, what do y'all think this verse means before I explain it? Go ahead.
If you like in the truth and you trying to learn how to be better, that's better than just being an alcoholic on the street and not even trying to get
Yeah, man, I'm surprised that you was able to even. Because most people would look at that and be like, well, it's just better to be alive than dead. On a baseline, that's what that looks like. And that is what it's saying. But it's saying something a little deeper. It's saying what you just said. Keep going.
Okay. For the living know that they shall die, but the dead not know anything.
The dead know not anything.
The dead not know anything.
Know not anything.
The dead know not anything.
Keep going.
Neither have they any more reward.
See, it don't make no difference to them brothers and sisters. We in the truth, we know that at any point in time that any one of us, the Lord said, I don't need you no more. He can just take his spirit away from us. We know that. But even in knowing that, we still put forth the effort to try to be perfect. Right? We still know that it's a possibility that any one of us could still fall off. The nigga that was in here that's out there now, that could be any one of us. And we know that. But we still keep moving forward knowing that. Because we got a reward at the end for being consistent, enduring until the end. But them people out there, they don't know that. So to them, there is no reward. They don't care. It don't make no difference to them. It don't matter what they do, what sin they commit. So long as they breathing, that's all they care about. Keep going.
For the memory of them is forgotten.
And the memory of them is forgotten. They in the world. People gonna put them on a shirt, and they gonna move on. You ain't gonna get put on a shirt in here. In here, if you a brother, if you have. So now we're gonna get into the law of the brother just real quick. So according to the law, if you got a rib, right, and your brother and you die without having kids, your brother, without having a son, rather, it's like it. Your brother is gonna take your rib, and he's gonna make a baby with her, and that baby is gonna have your name. You gonna live on through that baby. Your name is gonna continue through that baby. You're gonna be born back in that lineage somewhere, right? You're gonna continue well beyond just a t-shirt until the shirt get old and get balled up and fade away. The people stop making the posts on Facebook and they stop saying the sayings they were saying whenever you pass, long live such and such, such and such. That's gonna go away. But the work that you do in here, you being in here, and the lineage that you leave behind is gonna continue forever. Right? I think that was it on that. Was any more on that?
That was F5.
All right, kind of drop that. Let's go to. Anybody got any questions before I continue? Everybody to what? All right, let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 9. We'll probably do one more, and that'll be done. We'll be done.
Okay.
Go ahead.
2 Corinthians 12 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
And he said unto me, my grace is
Oh, nope. Slaki, go back to verse 3.
All right. 2 Corinthians 12 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew such a man, whether in the body or out of the body. I cannot tell. God knows.
Keep going.
How that how he was caught up into paradise and heard unspeakable words, which it is not lawful for a man to utter.
Right. So this is Paul talking about Christ. Right. Keep going.
Of such in one will I glory.
He gonna glory in Christ, which is what we're supposed to do, no matter where we at. Like I said, don't ever hide your light. When you made an oath to the Lord that you was gonna serve Him, you meant to do that everywhere, right? And you're gonna glory in serving Him and the King that He put over you, Christ. Keep going.
Yet of myself I will not glory.
We don't get glory in ourselves. All the great skills that you might have, the good works that you could do on your own, even the work that you're doing here, it ain't for your own glory. It's for the Lord's glory. Keep going.
But in my infirmities.
Mm-hmm.
For though
it's like it said, but in mine infirmities, meaning you're not gonna glory in the work that you do, you're gonna glory in the way that you suffer. That's what infirmities mean. All the bad things that happen to you while you're in here, you're gonna get glory out of that. You're gonna glory in that. It sucks to happen, it sucks to have to experience and go through, but there's a glory in knowing the fact that the Lord only gives he gives his strongest battles to the people that can handle it. If you're experiencing something hard, life-changing, something that you ain't never experienced, expected to experience, it's the Lord put it on you because He wanted to show His power in you. You're stronger than what you think you are. You're greater than what you think you are. And the Lord is going to let you experience that hardship that only you is prepared to experience so that when you come out of it, you're going to be better. You're going to be stronger. You're going to be way more worth way more value. Your body is going to be more better. What that verse say? Better than rubies? More precious than rubies? That's what your body is going to be because it done been tried and done been through the fire. It done been, you done suffered affliction, your infirmities. And then at the end of it, you're going to be made better. Keep reading.
For though I would desire to glory, you shall not be a fool.
Don't be a fool. We all desire glory. Every man, woman in the earth desires glory to say, I did X, Y, and Z. I should be praised for this. Y'all should look up to me, worship me, smile when you see my face. Don't be a fool. Keep going.
For I will say the truth.
Salaki, real quick before I even continue. Why does it say don't be a fool? Why would that make you a fool?
So you're not being humble?
You're not being humble. Any other answers? Good, Bob.
I'm paraphrasing when I say this. Not really supposed to big yourself up. It's like in Proverbs, I don't know where is that, but instead of you doing it, you're supposed to let somebody else do it.
You can say that too. That's a good answer.
Yeah, I read it one time in Proverbs.
That's a good answer. It's what I'm looking for specifically, though. Why don't you glory? Take the glory.
You're supposed to give it to the Most High.
Exactly. All the glory to good belongs to the Most High. Give me an example of when that didn't happen. Good. There you go. Hey, what happened to Moses?
He never reached the Israel.
Yeah, he never got to see the kingdom.
Yeah, he never got
He saw it. He saw where it was going to be. He could see it. He couldn't go in it though. The Lord said, "Go up on that mountain and die." Why? Because He took the glory that belonged to the Most High. We don't glory in ourselves. Don't never. Real quick, that's why you don't celebrate your birthday. That's an example of why we don't celebrate birthdays right there. Because the birthday is whose day? Your day, right? But it's not your day. Every day belongs to the Most High, right? So you taking glory from the Lord. For every other day, 364 days out the year, it's all about I serve God. You know, Christmas is all about Jesus' birth and the Easter eggs and Him dying 3 days and rising. All the year it's about God, except for on the day when you was born. Now you're God. That's what you're doing when you celebrate your birthday. That's why we don't celebrate birthdays, among other reasons. But that's a great example of why we don't, though. Keep reading.
Okay.
Oh, it said, "Don't be a fool." That's a Flocky. Go ahead.
That's like quick question. Like, so what is it a word for when people say stuff like God's favorite? You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm God's favorite. They be having it in their bio, stuff like that.
God's favorite. I've heard blessed and highly favored.
Blessed and highly favored, but nah, they be like, I'm God's favorite.
I ain't never heard nobody say that. But I mean, technically, if you want to be, you know, if you're an Israelite, you are God's favorite, technically. Is that wrong? Nah,
They saying
they themselves.
not you other niggas.
Then yeah, that's a lack of humility. You shouldn't be that way. That's called hubris.
Hubris.
Yeah, hubris. Give me a definition of hubris. Make sure I ain't tripping. I believe that's the word though. It's hubris. HUBRIS. When you bragging and boasting in yourself. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Definition of hubris: excessive pride or self-confidence.
Yeah, God, that's hubris. If you think you so great that God chose you to be his favorite, out of all of Israel, out of all the wicked niggas in the world, out of all the righteous niggas in the world, you're God's favorite. Yeah, okay. Give me that, it's in Jeremiah. Our righteousness is filthy rags. Because that's what that is. That's a precept to cut people that think that way. If you ever see somebody post that on their status, you can really troll them. I don't encourage trolling. I do it, but don't do it. But if you wanted to, though, you can post this scripture on their Facebook or on their social media. If you see them talking about they God's favorite, go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 64.
Isaiah, like it. Good.
Chapter 64 and verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
But we are all as an unclean thing,
Mm-hmm.
and all our righteousness are as filthy rags.
Our righteousness is filthy rags. So when you see the person post on their stuff talking about I'm God's favorite, if you hear somebody say that, what's the verse?
Isaiah 64 and 6.
You hit them with Isaiah 64 and 6. All our righteousness is filthy rags. That's what God said through the mouth of his prophet Isaiah. All righteousness is filthy rags. You ain't no better than nobody else. You worse than a whole lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Salakia. So that it?
That's good, Simone.
Go ahead.
And we all do fade as a leaf.
And when you're going to fade like a leaf, you think you got a favor, you're going to die just like the rest of us. Right? You're going to fall just like the rest of us. That's really what that fading like a leaf is. A leaf is good and healthy on that tree. But eventually, no matter, even if it's still stuck to the tree, there's going to come a time where that leaf going to get weak. It's going to lose all that energy that the tree's supplying it with. It's going to fall. That's you. When you think that your righteousness means something, when you think you God's favorite, that's you. You great right now because he's protecting you from all the hate, hell, and chaos that could be happening in your life. And then one day he's going to send Satan to try you and he's going to get free reign in your life to do everything to you but kill you. And then you're going to fall just like a leaf. You're going to fall right into sin. Or just fall to your own destruction. You're going to fall to your own foolishness. But go back. Is that it?
Let's tell just a little bit more.
Keep going. It's like it.
And our iniquities, like the wind, have taken us away.
See, you're going to get blown away. You're going to fall to your sin and just be listed away from the tree. Is that it?
Yeah. All
right, go back to Corinthians.
This Corinthians, 2 Corinthians 26.
Mm-hmm.
For though I would desire to glory, I shall not be a fool.
Mm-hmm.
For I will say the truth. But now I forbear, lest any man should think of me above that which he seeth me to be.
So this is Paul talking about remaining humble. Don't let nobody see you in the truth and think better than what they supposed to think of you. They don't know what they're supposed to think of you, but you know what they're supposed to think of you. This is what keeps you being brotherly to people out in the world that don't know that you're in the truth. They don't know that you're really a brotherly person. They think, well, you a Bible thumper. I can't talk to this nigga because all he do is talk about the Bible. He gonna tell me where I'm messing up. I'm committing sin. I'm gonna tell you where you're committing sin, but I'm also gonna commend you on all the good that you're doing. How you ain't doing what you used to do. How you done grown in a little bit of time since I ain't seen you. Right? Keep reading.
Okay. Or that he heareth of me.
Keep going. That's talking about your reputation. Keep going.
Unless I should be exalted above measures through the abundance of the revelation.
Mm-hmm.
There was given to me a thorn in the flesh.
There was given to him a thorn in his flesh, is what Paul said. That thorn, all of us got that thorn in our flesh. It's that thing that you fight with every day, no matter how long you've been in the truth, no matter how in the truth you really are. There's something in you that you fight every day. For some people, it's anger. For some people, it's a desire for violence. Some people, it's drug abuse. For some people, it's sex. Some people, it's whores, prostitutes. Some people, it's money. Let me be clear, ain't nothing wrong with money, but the desire to get money no matter what. Putting the money before everything else. But some people, it's that get rich or die trying spirit. You about to say something?
No.
Okay, so yeah, it's a bunch of different things, right? All of us got a thorn in our side somewhere. And the scripture don't describe what Paul's thorn is because it's not meant to do. It's right here. This is supposed to be you. This is supposed to be you, what you thinking and what you experience in your daily life. And the thing that's gonna pull you out the truth, that's gonna make you forget your oath, it could be that it's gonna be that thorn. Or it might be a multitude of thorns. It might be a whole goddamn bush, rose bush in your ass. You don't know. That's like it. Pause first. That was crazy. But you know what I'm saying? You don't know. It could be anything that's gonna pull you up out of here. Something that's constantly poking you, and you want to reach and get it out, but you can't. So that thing is always there. So no matter how you focus and locked in on the truth, it's still something there that's tugging at you. Like, no, let's do this. I want to do that. I want to look at this. I want to play with that. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be something. Keep going.
Hold on. The messenger of Satan to buffet me.
Buffet.
To buffet me.
To buffet me means to block you from being. Get the definition of the word buffet. It's easier that way. But the basic point of what that's saying, to buffet me, is to keep you, and imagine you got a box, a square. The Satan is gonna keep you inside that square. He's meant to send you to keep you inside that square. Because the moment you go out that square, ain't nothing but sin out there. Right? So Satan, the Lord sends Satan to buffet you. You come out that square a little bit, and he push you right back in. Or, well, he don't push you in, he tries you. And either you're gonna go back in by yourself, or you're gonna just go back out with him. You got that? One of y'all?
It's buffet all over the place. Like
Not buffet, Buffett. Buffet. How you spell buffet? Is buffet spelled the same way?
yeah.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me look it up. It says a meal. Tilapia. Okay, we're gonna get back to that definition later, because I'm gonna have to look up. I have to figure out how to look that up without looking for food, because it's trying to show me food. Keep reading.
Lest I should be exalted.
Slack it. Hold on. Go ahead.
You have to look up definition in the Bible.
Okay, go. You got it?
Comic-Con.
Go ahead.
Buffet meaning in the Bible.
Not buffet. Buffet.
Like buffet meaning in the Bible to strike sharply with the fist, beat, or maltreat.
Yeah, so that's what the Lord said. The Lord sending Satan to cause havoc in your life if you come outside that square. If you come out that box that the Lord put you in, the hedge, that's a better way to say it, right? So the Lord puts a hedge around us to protect us. But if you come up out that hedge, if you think you bigger than what you really are, and you can't fit in the box no more, you can't fit around that hedge can't fit around you no more, Satan will come and hit you upside the head. And if you don't get your behind back in the hedges, and you just go back out there and keep getting hit, he's gonna keep hitting you. And next thing you know, he's gonna start punching you. And then he's gonna stab you, and then he's gonna shoot you, and then he's gonna kill you spiritually. He's gonna kill spirit. He's gonna pull you up out the truth. Keep going.
Lest I should be exalted above measure. For this thing I besought the Lord thrice.
So Paul went and asked the Most High 3 times about that thorn that's in his side, that he wants to be perfect so badly. It's just this thing that he can't shake. He asked the Lord to deal with it. Keep reading.
That it may depart from me. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee.
My grace is sufficient for thee. Meaning the Lord forgiving you for every time you fall short and allowing you the chance to pick yourself back up and try harder and really earnestly try harder. That's enough. That's enough. You don't get to just be perfect. You don't get to just not have no trials, no tribulations, nothing that you struggle with. Why is that important? Why do y'all think that's important? Why is it important that you don't get to just not have nothing to struggle with? Why can't you just be in the truth, be perfect, and everything just be copacetic? Go ahead.
Because that it wasn't that like anybody in the Bible didn't have it that easy. They all had to like come through something, like go through something to get to where they like needed to be.
So let's say you go through everything to get to where you need to be. Is it supposed to just stop there? Why? That's what I'm asking you. Why not?
Mhm.
Kanaki, you had your hand up?
No, I was gonna say build character.
It do build character, but it's that's very vague. It's a little deeper than that. Go ahead, sis.
Say it one more time.
Why is it that once you go through a tribulation and everything, that it's not supposed to get easier? It's supposed to still be problems. Why isn't it? Why aren't you allowed to just go through everything to grow, change, and be better? And then you say it again. Give her a hand. That's the whole point. Is to keep you humble. You're not allowed to be okay and just be perfect. Why? Because you need to experience some suffering. Because suffering makes you humble. Suffering reminds us that we serve a greater power than ourselves, that we owe responsibility. It reminds us of our oath. Why are we going through this trouble of being perfect? Because we look for the reward at the end. But let's say you secured, you good to get the reward. You don't got to be perfect no more. What's the first thing you're gonna do?
Everything you was doing before.
You're gonna do everything that you can because now your place is secure. Your place is not allowed to be secure. That's why it says you have to, it's he that endureth until the end shall be saved. That means no matter that you're in the truth, you still gonna go through stuff. And you still gotta endure while you're in the truth. And if you make it through the end to the end, then you'll be saved. That's it. You're not allowed to just be righteous and be perfect and then the problems stop. It can't, because if it stops, you're gonna go back out there. It's the difference between growing up poor and growing up rich. You grow up poor, you ain't never had nothing. The moment you get something, you're gonna appreciate every little bit of thing you got, right? But if you're rich and you've always had everything, your whole view of the world is different. You ain't never gonna appreciate what you got. Why? Because it ain't nothing you ain't already had. We're trying to get something that we ain't never had before. Life. To not be killed by the white man, not be killed by the police, to not have our babies taken from us for whatever, literally nothing. We trying to get our goal is greater than what the white man has to offer us in this world, and we can't let nothing in this world drag us away from that. Keep reading.
So God. For my strength is made perfect in weakness.
His strength, the Lord's strength, is made perfect through our weakness. That thing in you that you fight, that's the Lord's strength being made perfect in you. It's showing you that it's giving him the chance to mold you into what you're supposed to be. You battle that thing, you fight it, you beat it, or you fail and you lose to it. Then you pick yourself back up and you fight it again. And next time you win. You might lose again later on in the future, but you never stop fighting it because you're always fighting to be perfect. And what that does is it keeps you on your toes. So Satan come around, demons come around to come and try you. You know, you at home by yourself, right? Ain't nobody there but you, right? You in the house, alone, doors locked, ain't nobody gonna be there for like 3-4 hours. You could be watching flicks. It come in your mind like, man, I ain't got no girlfriend. I ain't got no broad, I ain't got nothing. I got Pamela though. You know what I'm saying? You gonna fall for that. Or you not. It's gonna come in your head like, man, or you could be scrolling on the internet and you see big booty white girls passing your screen. You're like, damn, they throwing it. And you scroll back up there, oh shit. Or you're just gonna scroll right past it. You're gonna go click the little whatever to get it to where it don't show up on your screen no more. All type of things. You know what I'm saying? Satan's gonna get the chance to play in your mind. That's the thorn. And you have to let the Lord show his strength in you by seeing the thing and fighting the urge to give into the thing. That's what's gonna make you stronger. Because if you don't never experience hardship, you ain't never gonna grow. You ain't never gonna be ready for it when hardship comes. As soon as the chance to commit sin come, you gonna do it. Because you ain't got no real life experience fighting your flesh, fighting the desire to commit the sin. Right? Keep reading.
All right. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities than that the power of Christ may rest upon me.
We glory in our infirmities. There's glory to be gained in your suffering. Keep going.
Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmity and reproaches and necessities and persecutions and distress for Christ's sake.
You take pleasure in your infirmities, in all the necessities and persecutions and distress for Christ's sake. Meaning that when people hate on you for being in the truth, when people make fun of you because you're not celebrating their holidays and your family they smoking weed and you don't smoke weed, they getting drunk out their mind and you ain't trying to get wasted like us. You ain't trying to do these pills, get on these bars, these what they doing now? Footballs and perks. You ain't trying to do perk 30s and real quick, man, real quick. I always hated that. So there ain't no such thing as a Percocet 30. There is no such thing as a 30 milligram Percocet. 30 milligrams of oxycodone is called Oxy 30. It's a Roxy, actually. It's Roxy. It's a Roxy 30. But even then, you got what? Roxy 20s? 15, 20s?
It started at 30.
Is it 30s? It starts with 30s? Yeah, so you got the perk 5s, 7.5s, 10s, and then you got the perk 30 or Roxy 30s. If somebody tell you they got a perk 30, it's probably not Percocet. It's probably something that's gonna kill you. That's why you shouldn't do drugs, because you don't know what you're doing. They just putting stuff, they just giving you drugs and you just taking them and you're gonna die. Don't ever do that. Don't let nobody tell you to take this perk 30. The hell is a perk 30? They don't exist. All right? I forgot why I got on that, but keep reading. It's a lot. Don't be a fool. That's what the scripture said before. It all tied together. Don't be foolish, man. The world ain't got nothing to offer you but death. And if you forsake your oath, that's what's awaiting you is death. Keep reading.
Oh, wow.
Well, that was it. That was it. I got one more. We're gonna end the class because it's already 8:30. Give me hold on. Let me get Isaiah chapter 26 and verse. Let me see where I want you to start at. Isaiah 26. Do we want 20? So we give me 16. Start verse 16.
This is Isaiah 26-16. Lord, in trouble have they
Visited thee. Meaning in trouble, when we experiencing hardship, that's when we run to the Most High the most. When He's with us, when we doing what He want us to do and life is going good for us, we tend to forget that we serve in the Most High, that He's a living power. And we forget because we go to Him when things get bad, but when things is good, we don't give glory to the Most High. We just live in the moment. We live in our life. And we forget that the Lord, that glory belongs to Him. So now when things get hard, we run to Him. Keep reading.
They poured out a prayer when thy chastening was upon them.
Meaning when we get the suffering, the punishments that we deserve from the Most High because of our sin, when things was good, now things are bad, we pour out prayers to Him, praying that He relieve us from that. Keep going.
Like as a woman with a child that draweth near the time of her delivery is in pain and crieth out in her pains.
Right.
So have we been in thy sight, O Lord.
The woman that was with child, she's crying out in pain. She's crying out in pain because she's about to give birth. She's crying out in pain and she's about to give birth because she put herself in that position. She laid down and she got pregnant. And because she laid down and she got pregnant, now she's praying to the Lord to relieve her from that pain. That's us after we done committed the sin. We done chose to commit the sin. We done chose to get lax and forget what our oath really meant. And it started meaning a little bit less and less and less to us as time went. And then we started committing sin, and then the punishments came. Now we praying to the Lord to relieve us from the punishment. Keep going.
So we have been with child. We have been in pain. We have, as it were brought forth wind. We have not brought deliverance in the earth.
Meaning that we ain't got no salvation from these people in the earth. Keep going.
Neither have the inhabitants of the world fallen.
Neither have the people that's oppressing, have a power and oppressing us, that have power over us and that oppress us. Neither have they fallen yet. Keep going.
Thy dead men shall live.
But the Lord's dead men shall live. Right? Who are the dead men? If we're in the truth, we're alive, right? So who are the dead men? The people in the world. They spiritually dead. Keep going.
Together with my dead body shall they arise.
Mm-hmm.
Awake and sing. Ye that dwell in dust.
See, those the people that dwell in the dust. Keep going, meaning they in lower state. Keep going.
For thy dew is as the dew of earth.
Mm-hmm.
And the earth shall cast out the dead.
The earth gonna cast out them dead. The earth ain't gonna want them. Once they start to come to life, like the beginning of that verse said, they're gonna rise. They're gonna rise from the dead. The earth gonna cast them out. Keep reading.
Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers.
They saying enter into the chambers. This is the chamber, right? Keep going.
And shut thy door about thee.
Mm-hmm.
Hide thyself as it were for a little moment.
Keep going.
Until the indignation of be overpassed.
It's saying that come into the truth. Them people, this is instructions for them out there. When they rise, they come back to life, they're gonna experience hardship, stress, oppression, and subjugation, shame for learning the truth, for coming alive. The scriptures is telling them to come in here, close the doors, and hide themselves away from that oppression, hide themselves away from that wickedness and that evilness by coming to class. That's what you're supposed to do. Come to class. Hide yourself from the things in the world. It's very, very important that we come to class as much as possible, because you out there, you're surrounded by people who don't think the way you think. They don't want to see your soul survive. They don't want to see your spirit live. You come in here, you're surrounded by people that's going to help you grow and protect your spirit from the sin, protect your spirit from the evil and wicked that's out there. That's all there is out there to offer. The scriptures say, hide yourself in the chamber. This is the chamber to hide yourself from that stuff out there. Keep going.
For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth.
You ain't supposed to be out there experiencing the punishment that they experienced. When that brother that just took off on that motorcycle get hit by a car, that could be you. But you in here, you hidden yourself away from that potential future. You ain't out there lollygagging and carrying on, having sex with whores, and potentially getting AIDS like the nigga down the street got AIDS. Getting herpes like the nigga down the street got herpes. Or the stuff that you can get rid of, the clap and all that. You ain't out there exposing yourself to that. You hidden yourself away in the chamber. But the Lord is going to deliver that judgment to them. They going to experience it. And it's not for you to experience. Keep going.
For the iniquities.
Mm-hmm.
The earth also shall disclose her blood.
Mm-hmm.
And none shall cover her slain.
There shall be no more covering of the truth. The hiding away that the people out there, the things that they doing is sinful and evil to the Most High. That's going to be openly exposed. How is it going to openly exposed? The punishment is going to be on full display for everybody to see. Everybody that's in the truth, we're going to have eyes to see it and ears to hear it. We're going to know what it means when we see all this bad stuff happening in the world. But we're not going to be out there experiencing it. We're going to be in here, in the chamber, safe. Right?
Okay.
You got any questions? Any questions in the chat? All right, with that, I pass the class off to Trooper Nakashaf.
Back up here.
There you go.
Okay. These are the ISUP security now. Look, who's for any new brother or sister? When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are offering for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to check themselves of the world. If they need any interpretation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has a particular interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission to marry. Top, which is the commandment, found in Numbers 18:21 and Malachi 3, verse 8 through 10. means tenth in Hebrew. Ma'ach, a tenth of any penny, every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the church, the farmer, or teacher, priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whoever so much of you like. Upcoming holy convocation, the Feast of Purim, March the 2nd through the 4th, through the 3rd, Monday and Tuesday, found in Esther 9 verse 20 through 31. Remind all Alwakians check the bulletin board. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, blue shirt, pants, headband, headscarf. And with that, I'm out of here. First, we're gonna get one courtesy salute. Mike Shabbat, Mike, Brock,
Y'all shop rocked up.
Yahya Matah, Mike,
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Mike, you got one courtesy salute to the sister. Mike Shabbat, Mike, Brock,
Y'all shop.
Yahya Matah, sorry. Class dismissed.